Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to an evening edition of Share Your Journey Live. Tonight I have Elina joining us from the Netherlands. So overseas for me. But for those of you that are overseas, she's right there in your backyard. Okay, so let's get down to it because without further ado, I know I'm late. You all know me, technical difficulties. I jam-packed my schedule today, so I do apologize in advance. So, Evelina, let's get started. Like, for those people out there that don't know you, how would you describe yourself?
Yes, hello everyone. First of all, thank you, Stacy, also to being here. And how I will describe myself, definitely courageous woman who love really adventures, but also love living with the passions and always follow own intuitions and guidance. Always, I always say with some expectations where was moment when I lost confidence on my exact journey, but I can say it's courageous and always looking actually into myself and finding the answer there because there is all covered. That I can say it shortly about myself.
I know it's always such a difficult question, but I gotta stretch you if you're coming on the show. Gotta stretch you just a little bit. But because we are in a travel group, I always like people to share, if you don't mind sharing, where did you grow up? Did you grow up in the Netherlands or did you grow up somewhere else?
No. I grew up in Netherlands and I live in Netherlands now for 15 years, but I grew up in Poland and actually, and my dream was to move outside my home country to build my life in foreign country or somewhere else to get in touch with other cultures, to meet other people, of course learning also other languages. And mine also, like, part of myself, I also love travel. I also love to meet other people, and this was like part of my dream, which I realized that because I am also into the visualization and manifestations, and this was part which was really guiding me to discover it, and I did it. And of course, with ups and downs, so then the journey was always filled with rose, but
here you are.
And here I am.
Yes. So let's get to the meat of the conversation. So you grew up in Poland, and now you're in the Netherlands, and that's where you are. So you actually have a Facebook group that is focused on empowering women, correct?
Yes, I'm actually more empowering and also connecting themselves with themselves on deeper level, and from there, of course, connect with their visions and bringing those visions also to the reality. That's exactly this when I say also, like, when we create some space when we can connect together, and of course we can also bring more to the world and to ourselves.
So can you, so that gives us an idea of your group with manifestation and empowerment and some techniques that you do. Can you give us an idea, how did you get from growing up to Poland? I mean, I don't want to maybe necessarily go that far back, but what kind of led you to developing this Facebook group? Because there's always some catalyst or, defining moment in your life where you said, take us on that journey from that defining moment to creating your group that kind of led you there.
Yeah, that's the good questions. Actually, during my journey before COVID, maybe not like that. Maybe I will start totally from the beginning. When I moved to Netherlands, I faced some obstacles, and those obstacles actually, lead me to almost disconnect with myself. And I lose really my confidence, and there was really I attracted a lot of different, I can say, negative things, or maybe there was no dramatic, but there was for myself, there was really against myself. I make one decisions against myself, and then later you have a lot of different things into your life. And actually at this point I can say it, from now of course looking back to it, and this been actually the point when I actually decided, after with different reasons, but to make it shorter, to actually space for women. First I start working with expat women, to empower them, but also to allow them to focus on their visions in foreign countries. Still felt like somewhere I would, of course, when you have some mentors, they always try also to narrow it down, and I did it. But when I opened the globally, I felt also my heart is singing. And and actually by this way, this was the huge reason to actually share also my experience, because I know, everyone, it doesn't matter you are expat or not, but everyone have different experience in life, and I know how important is really deep connection with yourself. And because from there actually start everything, and of course even the manifestation or bringing the vision to the reality, then is the next step. But first we need to always looking back what is within us, and this was actually my main reason to empower women, to also guide them towards and navigate them to bring more peace into their life, because this is of course very important, no matter where you are, and no matter how difficult your life is on this moment or how great is their life, but sometimes you can also face some obstacles outside your control, because sometimes can happen then you lose someone or lose something, and those moments, if you are not really prepared, then you can lose your balance in life. And actually this is also the way I decided to do it, because by this way, the deep connections with yourself, of course taking also aligned actions. I am also a person who say then always actions and being courageous, but taking also aligned action is so important. But definitely, the connections to yourself, from the looking in the further direction of your life. And that was actually the main goal, to actually, of course, share my experience, also share actually what I faced, and by this way empowered others, inspired others to let go if in case they face some similar situation, or maybe in other ways. But to know that there is always way to push to the time, and to develop yourself, actually to focus on the self-development, where you can really navigate the life the way you really would love to to have, I can say this way. There is a different topic, of course, why also in backgrounds, but I think this is the most important.
And so you've always, I guess, naturally been a helper. Would you say you were just always naturally a helper? You know, so this was just the most logical.
Yes, this is, yes. Yes, I am really empath, and I naturally actually always been like, willing to help people in different ways, because even I worked in different places and always was, I was always open to share, of course, and to help others. But I also actually help or guide or whatever in different ways. But I also always, actually placed myself also on the first, till the moment when I was really taking some decisions against myself, and that what I shared already. And this was disempowering me and my life. But for the rest, I feel really good. Like you have like your passions or talents. Like I have also passions for photography or interior design and whatever. And when I use it, also those passions in my life, this was also kind of help, of course, in different ways. But by this way also I could help those people who maybe have not that much creativity as I have or whatever. That's why this part of helping others, that's definitely is within me. This is my natural gift, I can say, or gift or not. I guess a lot of women have that.
So let me ask you, I think I really like what you said or how you described it as far as if you lose your balance in life. Because I think everybody can kind of relate, trying to walk on a yellow line or a balance beam in gym. So you can relate to that unsteadiness. So I really like that description that you help people where they might have lost their balance. In that, with the manifestation that you do, can you give us like a quick example of maybe how you use manifestation in your life, or maybe with a client that it really did make a difference, you working with them with the manifestation and the results of that?
Yes, sure, I can share. Yes, no. Manifestation actually is also part of my daily life, and I started manifesting from early childhood without knowing the word of manifestation. And I'm looking now for all ladies or doctor or others or whatever. And then I can say that actually I did really that naturally, because this is of course process. Manifestation is process, and I also, that's why I mentioned also the deep connection with yourself, because actually every day, only our emotions and our thoughts take sometimes control over what we really want, and that's the power. That part. That's why when I work with someone first, of course I always look at vision, because I mostly work with women who have the visions, but without them, not always, even they think that it's always not enough details and not enough clarity. But during this process, then of course we focus on the vision, and from there, from this vision, I am also working towards confirm if there's really the vision, what is writing down, because sometimes you have vision boards from outside the environment, but this is not really aligned from your. And even if you manifest it, you will be not satisfied, you will be not happy with it. And that's why for me it's very important and also work. And then you go deep, we always check if this is really what you are really looking for, even if you have on it. And yeah, sometimes there came some awareness that's actually, you think of working. Like I had last time on some experience, and one lady, she wanted to grow her business, but actually on the vision board when she didn't wrote her business vision. This was during my 5 days experience when I host last time.
Oh, wow.
And this is like, actually, you need to also know what is it. Then, of course, the steps. I work with mind, body, heart, and spirit coherence. Then everything is in alignment. And from there, of course, look for bringing the results. And the results I can also share from my own life. Like, for instance, I set intentions during crafting my scriptures in Poland about hotels, and this time, this was in the beginning of the 2000s years, when it was 2000, when actually Burj Al Arab was not so famous hotel, of course, so everyone knows in Dubai, but before there was really not that famous. And I found that because I was writing the description, I wanted to make something unique, and I thought this was just, I guess, 1 or 2 years existing. And I was so deep connected with, so strong. Then, some years later, I was even not focusing. Only I set the intention. Intention is very powerful and very important during the process of manifestation. And I set the pure intention there after some years later, without even focusing like goal, because if this was like vision that I want to really accomplish, then I did also other steps towards it. But I just let it go, and later really I find myself to celebrating my birthday there, for instance. And I also manifested the home where I'm living now during 3 months of time, because I was living in a very old home, 100 years old home, and I wanted, actually came one winter when I wanted to really move to a new building home, and this was also happening, and a lot of things, but also I can say in daily life, because when we manifest and when we operate from this, we operated also with the flow, and we are actually become magnet. We really we get some thoughts or emotions, and we can really manifest a lot of things very fast. Also for the daily things, like sometimes you are connected with with things like, let's say, last time actually I had a 5 days event, and I created email, and I thought I will add some testimonials from what I received from this lady. Later, receive again one more testimonial for that experience, and this was because you are connected with one people.
Yes.
And then the universe bring you more of it. And and with my clients also, it's dependent, where they are work, because sometimes this is process. But my work also helps a lot at the beginning phase of really calming the state. Also, then they really feel peace, and they feel really connect to their vision, even if that vision is wild. Think, no, this is not possible, and they didn't believe at the beginning, then during this process they really start believing in it, that it's really possible, even if this is, like far away, because always you manifest something far away.
Yeah.
And it's no matter if some person manifests material things, financial, or grow in business or health, because there are not only the material things, but your health is also very important, and some people are focusing there because they maybe wrong decisions or didn't focus on it, and when you almost losing them, you start validate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's I have actually thousand stories really, because I manifested a lot. Not even that, then I wanted to move to foreign country, and this time, 15 years ago, this was not that easy for me.
Right.
Especially I didn't speak the language, and now then everyone travel and you travel wherever you want, but this time for me was really like something, I didn't know it, how to do it, didn't know it's nobody somewhere to move, but I've been connected, and this was so strong for me, and I was looking for the solutions, whatever, and even came first opportunity, I declined it because I was doing my study, and later I trusted them, the new opportunity will come, and this was also happening, and that's what I can say. I have read a lot of stories in the ways, sometimes even during meditations, which is very also important, guided meditation, which I practice first of course, what I practice, everything I practice always first on myself, and I do that also for years, but the guided meditations, which allowed me actually, I remember this was a long time ago, I meditated and I saw some mountains and whatever, stones, but I never been there. It's like pictures from in my mind what I saw during the meditation.
Yes.
And that's 2 weeks later I find myself in this place, and this was really like, or 2 or 3 weeks later, and this was like, actually I saw that before, before existing. And
I know it can be very powerful, the meditation and manifestation from others who use it daily in their lives. So that's certainly something that our members may find some value. And I know quickly we only have about a couple more minutes to wrap up, but you are also going to do your 5-day challenge again this month, right? For October. I know you don't have the dates yet, but I'm putting it out there. And what is Elina is going to do is, as always, I will send a personal invitation to everyone here to join her Facebook group. So if something she said today resonated with you, you want to learn how to meditate, or you're meditating and you don't know if you're doing it right, I'm sure Elina will be certainly happy to help you in that realm. And then be on the lookout for the details for her 5-day challenge she's going to do again this month. She did it back in August, September, and it was very successful. And she's called to do it again. So that may be some interest of your members, my members here. So is there any last bit of advice that you may want to give to someone who doesn't know where to start, or wants to follow their heart or passion, and they just sometimes you feel like you can't move? Is there anything that you might want to say to encourage them to go ahead and take their first step in their journey?
Yes, no, definitely what I can say, if someone is totally out of the control, I can say then first really look deep into yourself and listen the voices within yourself. And if you know how to do it, and of course nowadays you have so many sources, but what you can do is just really take time for yourself without any distractions, really peace for yourself, create space for yourself where you can only stay with yourself, even 10-15 minutes, even without any music. You can of course put some relaxing music, but without it, because by this way you can listen what is it there inside. And I know this is difficult for many people, many women that I meet also, but this is really the most powerful gift what you can give really to yourself if you totally don't know what to do. And of course there are other things advanced, but this, I can say, really come back to yourself and listen what is it there, and follow really your intuitions and your guidance, because they never dies.
That's some really powerful, very powerful advice. And I think I know people have mentioned that, the voice is inside you. You just have to be in tune to it, and your intuition, that little voice inside you, won't steer you wrong, especially if you want to follow your passion. So thank you so much, Elina, for joining us. I'm really happy we had this chance to talk, which means you'll have to come on again before your summit so we can dive deeper, a little bit deeper into that. And that's why I make these so short, because it's kind of self-serving. Then that way you can come back again and talk to me, and we could talk about something else as well. So thank you so much for joining us. Hang out with me till we wrap up. All right, for those of you out there.
Julia, thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. For those of you out in Facebook land, have a wonderful, wonderful, what is today, Wednesday, I think, or Tuesday? No. Wow, my days. I've lost track of my days. Whatever day it is. I know it's a weekday. Have a great evening. Stay blessed. Take care of each other. And I will see you all again on our next Share Your Journey. Elina, thank you so much again for spending time. I appreciate you.